This RV brought us into phase 1 of our homesteading journey as we moved from the city to our land. And now we're in phase 2 of our journey as we are now buying additional off-grid land in another state.
Welcome back to Lineal Havenland Life. I am Kristen, and this is my awesome husband, Poetry.
When we bought our first land, we had no idea what we were doing when we started that process. We just knew at that time that we wanted to move from where we were at. We lived in a subdivision, and we wanted our own land to do kind of the things that we really wanted to do. And of course, at that time going into it, we didn't know what that process looked like. And so what happened was we had a friend who was looking for land. They were buying land. So we asked him if he could be on the lookout for land for us. Well, something kind of happened in that, and we just kind of took over that process ourselves and started looking for land.
Oddly enough, the place that we ended up buying land was kind of, it wasn't even necessarily a place we were looking for.
Yeah.
It was actually a place that I had worked as a younger teenager,
Right.
college student. It was kind of way out in the middle of nowhere, and never thought twice about it.
Yeah.
And as we were kind of searching and looking around, that area came up. And, you know, we started talking about, all right, well, it's not too terribly far from where we currently live, but it was kind of far out enough that it was away from some of the more developed areas. Because since we've been here, a lot of the more rural areas have become more developed, but this particular area hadn't as much. So yeah, we just started looking. And matter of fact, when we first looked at this spot or this plot of land, we couldn't even figure out which one it was. There were several spots available. So we were just out here literally we didn't know what we were doing. We had never bought land before.
And we had a certain budget that we were working at. We knew that we were going to pay cash for the land outright. And so we were trying to figure out where could we get the most bang for our buck. And that was pretty much our criteria at that time. So this is where we landed and absolutely love it. This land was basically to get us from where we're at to here. And again, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to go about it. And we went through that process. Since we've gone through that process, we know a little bit about buying land. And now we're buying additional off-grid land in another state. So Chris and I were talking about it, and we were actually going to do this video later, but we were like, let's do a video as we're going through the process in real time so that we can share our experience with you as we go through this off-grid land buying process in another state. And that is very new to us.
This time around, yes, we're familiar with buying raw land, but it being much further away, it brings about some new, maybe new challenges that we just want to take you guys along that journey of what that looks like, and kind of maybe, I don't know, just share and be real with how this process goes.
And buying land is not buying a car where you walk in to the dealership and on that same day you can leave with the car. I think the average closing on land is about 30 days. It may happen quicker, it may happen later, but the average is about 30 to 45 days.
One of the things too is when we bought this land, we had to understand what kind of land there is. What can you do and not do? We had to really educate ourselves, like what you're allowed to do. Do you have to build a house? Can you not build a house? Are you allowed to have animals or are you not? Like that's something that was all new to us at the time, and we had to do a lot of research to figure out, well, let's say we did want to have animals. Let's make sure that we are allowed to have animals. Maybe we don't want to build a house. Okay, well, let's make sure we don't have to build a house. So when we did educate ourselves with a lot of that, when we purchased this land, and we're taking that knowledge and applying that to purchasing
this land.
next spot of land, and also realizing we might not be purchasing it for the same reason we got this, but we also want to be good about understanding what we can and can't do, and make sure that fits within the criteria of what we envision doing on that property.
So in any land that we purchase and buy, we always, it comes down to zoning, and we always want to make sure that...
That's the word, zoning.
Yes.
That's the word. I was like, what is that word, zoning?
That we can do, for the most part, whatever we want.
Yeah.
That there aren't any codes, or we can or can't do this on our land. And so we were able to do that on this land. This land is actually zoned as agriculture residential. So we can, for the most part, do whatever we want. We didn't have to buy the land and then in a certain time frame, we had to put a house on it. In our very first YouTube video, which we never thought that we would ever be doing YouTube, what were we doing? We were traveling and we were camping. And so for this next land, it's gonna serve a different purpose than why we got this land. This land, there's a lot of stuff that we enjoy, and there's a lot more that we want to see and experience. And so we love Florida with all of our heart, but there's some other things that we want to see, and there's other things that we want to do. And this new off-grid land is going to put us in the hub of all the places that we want to go and see and experience.
Like Poetry just said, what we did here, we love what we did here, but we want to give ourselves a chance to actually experience some new things in a new sort of environment, in a new, what's the word? A new climate. Just whole new experiences. Like, we want to experience new stuff. Like, and sometimes you got to put yourself out, out of your comfort zone. This is our headquarters, but we also want to branch out and like have other places that we can kind of just land and be able to explore and experience new things.
So right now we are in the Sunshine State of Florida, and we are buying new land in another state. Once closing is done, we will reveal to you the state that we have closed on and bought additional off-grid land into. When it comes to buying land, this is our second time buying land. I narrow it down to 3 questions. What do you want? Where do you want it? And what is your budget for it? And so in buying, when we're looking for this land, that was a very key factor in where we were going to get the land. And what's crazy as it seems is this land was not at the top of our list. We were looking at about 5 other states, and we were going back and forth for months on end.
Oh yeah, we were watching so many videos on these different states, what sort of adventuring they had, trails and state parks, and just trying to get a feel for what those states had to offer. So yeah, we were doing a lot of watching, and we thought we had it narrowed at one point too. We had 2 different states picked out, and then we were kind of going back and forth, and then we suddenly took a big leap in another direction.
And the state that we picked, it was on that list, but it was kind of at the bottom of that list because what we wanted initially, it really got expanded with the state that we chose. And you just get this, I don't know if we were waiting for that, like you just know when it's the right, you just know and you feel it. And as we were looking at these other states, which we love and will still travel to, the one that we picked, excitement in the air.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it happened, so over the past year, we were looking at these states, and when we picked the state that we went, it went from a year to, we called up the realtor just like that. It was just this aha moment, and we were like, that's the place. This is gonna put us where we want to be when it comes to these other states and other lands that we want to venture to.
The irony is the state that we ended up choosing, we actually have friends that live there. And they've been talking to us for years, and I think we even said at one point, we could never do that. Like in our minds, I don't know, in my mind, I was like, nah, we're not interested. And what's crazy is it kind of came full circle back around. So that's kind of cool how that all worked out. So
the land is very remote. It is extremely off grid.
yes.
This is the second one that we are buying. With the first one we bought off grid, no water, no electric, no nothing. This one is that times 10.
Yes.
Yeah,
For sure.
but we wanted that adventure. We wanted that experience. So yeah, it's very remote. It's very off grid. There's no water. There's no septic. There's no electric.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. When we bought this land, we felt we were super remote. People sometimes that come to this property sometimes get a little nervous going down our dirt road, but we've become so accustomed.
Yeah.
We know how to maneuver it well. So we're ready. Yes.
Oh, there's a bump, so you just kind of naturally know
Yeah.
where to move.
So
around.
when it storms here, like if we get a lot of rain, the roads can get a little sketchy. Like you might need a 4-wheel drive to get through our road. But this new property is going to be
times 10.
on a much higher level.
Yeah.
As far as getting to it, there's
5 or 10.
yes, it's definitely going to be a new level. But this was a good introduction to kind of being off a paved road.
Yep.
Even things like cell phone service.
Oh yeah,
and
we
things,
did not have cell phone service when
Yeah.
we first moved out here.
Yeah, we didn't. And it's still a little sketchy sometimes when we'll have people coming to visit for the first time or whatever, and they will drop, their GPS just drops. And we've kind of gotten used to it. But again, that's something with this new property that we're also, okay, this is going to be a whole new challenge that we're ready to take on. So, yeah.
This is probably going to be a 3 to 4 video series, just because we want to kind of give you a real life scenario as we are going through the process. And so
In real time.
in real time,
Yeah.
because it's in another state, we have to work with agents, we have to work with the seller. And so that's just not something that you always have control over. So we just kind of want to show, hopefully it's a very smooth process, but if there's any bumps or hiccups or things in the road, we just kind of want to share that with you, walk you through that process, just for anyone who is interested in bought land, or even someone who has bought land and they have some expertise or some advice, when it comes to what to do or what may happen.
We'll take all the wisdom we can get. So if like you just said, we definitely, this is new to us. So we're applying what we've learned, but we're still in uncharted waters. So yes, any advice that anyone has, we'll take it. So we always appreciate any wisdom that we can learn from. So
The why. Why are we buying additional off-grid land?
because we can. Oh, sorry.
In another state. It's because there was more that we wanted to do. This was a way from us moving from the city to the land. And this place really provided us a place of solitude, a place of peace, and really just being able to learn how to live on your own land. And once we started living on our own land and experiencing life away from the city, that really opened up a whole new world to other things that we wanted to do. And as you've seen through some of our episodes and videos, that we do travel and that we do camp. And there is just this fighting desire for us to see other things and to experience other things in life and to be in those places. And so we really wanted another land that was kind of like another airport. So this is like our first headquarters and first airport, and that we can go to that airport / base, be there as long as we want, and experience the lands and other places in those areas that provide something different that it doesn't provide here. So yeah, this place, the state, the environment, the remoteness of it literally came out of nowhere. But once we were like, that's the place, we moved quick on it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you'll be able to experience what it's like to buy land in the actual process and see, hopefully it goes 100% smooth. But again, when you're dealing with agents, brokers, with a seller, and everyone is far from each other. So yeah,
Oh.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks, Mike, for the shovel. It's really come in handy.
For real. There's only like 3 chickens in this right now.
No!
Like this is actually not that bad, this bedding. I think there's 4 now. I take it back. Yeah, the bottom is wet. Oh, we need to fix this.
Oh, do they,
Yeah, I don't think the moisture got too far. Oh, it smells so good.
pine so fresh.
Yes, that back corner. That's where they like to sit, so. Trying to get it in that corner. Oh, you know what? We need some in the nesting boxes on this side.
Oh, and that side over there?
Yeah, just this side.
I can help you.
I'm trying to make sure to get all the wet so it doesn't sit. I'm gonna bring it over here.
That out of here.
These ones stay clean. Perfect.
These ones stay clean.
These ones stay clean.
Well, yeah, the next
That's
batch
good.
is gonna.
They're gonna
all
like
up
these
in there.
nesting boxes.
Yep.
Thank you. Smells good too. All right, so we paid cash for the land we have currently, and we plan on paying cash for the new property as well.
Straight cash, homie.
Yes.
So on the new land, there will be what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. So this land is our headquarters, our homesteading land. So we have our animals, we have our dogs, we got birds in the house, we have cats, we have dogs, we have chickens, lions and tigers and bears on my. On the next land in the other state, we're not planning on having any animals.
There will be wild animals,
But there will be
but we
wild
will not
animals.
have animals that we feed and take care of. So unless if we take the dogs with us on an adventure.
Yes.
But no, we don't plan on having chickens or, I think definitely this property is for that kind of living. But that's not the plan for this other property. So
Yep.
yes.
We more than likely are not going to put or build a house there, a conventional house.
Yeah,
This
definitely
is a total off-grid property, and so we may live in a RV out there, the one that we've shown you that we are currently renovating, and or we'll be living in a van. So.
Yep. And if we do decide to build, we really want it to be 100% off grid. And it would just be very, very basic, which is something else we are anxiously wanting to tackle, is a very simple build that is completely off grid.
Yep.
So that could be something we do in the future. Maybe we will do the RV or van thing temporarily, and then if we decide we want to build something, we just might. So.
But we're not doing this again, where we built this up from the ground up, cleared it, had a place for all of our family to live and to commune and be at. But our kids are getting older. Charlotte and Mike are in their new place. Sierra, she might have 6 months here. She's trying to complete her bachelor's, and so she may be moving off to
Going to college.
So yeah, our kids are growing. So the next place we are not going to be doing what we did here, house and tiny houses and tiny house conversions and living in the RV for a couple of years. We'll probably be living in an RV over there. What our duration is going back and forth and how we're going to be living, that is unknown. We do not know. We just know that we are doing something that we want to do, whether it's for the now or for the future, but we definitely wanted to lock that land down.
And also, I think that's one of the upsides to that we homeschool.
Yes.
If we so decide, we can pick up our kids and we can leave for months at a time. You know, that might be what we do. We don't know, but we have that freedom, which we very much love. That can also be part of our homeschooling in life schooling, to just learn new things and be in a new atmosphere to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, learn new stuff. So that's an option too.
This is a new adventure, something that we have been planning behind the scenes for well over a year now, and things just really started to move at a faster pace in the last 2 days. I think how we are, I'll come to Kristen and say, hey, what do you think about this? And that could be a Thursday. And then on Friday, I'll be like, hey, I locked it down, we moving.
It's literally
you
what
ready?
happened.
I locked it.
You said it could be.
I locked it down. You ready to ride?
It's literally exactly what happened. Yes, yeah.
If I'm thinking it, it's done.
Yeah. So.
If I'm thinking it, it's done.
Very exciting.
Yes. But it was something that we had been talking about. Really been planning it. Like I said, there was about 5 or 6 states that we had our eyes on, and they probably would have worked out. We just didn't get that feeling because they weren't going to do what we needed it to do in our life. And so this next one, we feel that it's yeah. And there is a state out there that if we could, which we can, live in, but I don't know if we built for that.
Yeah. I don't know either.
And it's something that we could. I just don't think that it's something that we should put ourselves through. But we absolutely love that state. And I won't say it now because we're going to reveal which state, and that,
Yes, we're anxious to reveal all that in the right time, and it will be before too long.
This could be a 3 to 4 part video series of our process through the house buying process, through the land buying process.
No, you're not buying a house. No.
Nah, no those.
My heart's
we got
lit.
stuff to do. Through our land buying process, and so it kind of gives those who are looking to buy land or wondering what that's like, hopefully
some good insight.
Yeah, some good insight, and we are learning along the way. Even though this is our second time doing it, we have not done it like this. Once we close on the land, we of course will go out there and show you around. Show you around the land, show you the terrain, where the setup is going to be. Again, it's going to be a very minimal setup. This is just a new base, we like to call it, to where it helps to get us to the other places.
Thank you so much for watching The Neil Haviland Life.